All right, welcome everybody to the September meeting. We got a pretty big agenda today, so we're going to get going. I'd like to start off by approval of minutes, so I call on Chairman Reed.
Mr. Chairman, I have read over the minutes. They have been available to the commissioners, and I haven't found any problems, so I move that they be approved.
All right, got a motion, got a second?
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Let's move on. We have any public comments? No public comments. Next is the CCRC Commission Representative motion from Health and Ed. I'm going to let Nick and Jeff Phillips speak on this. I'll let Jeff Phillips go first.
This is an issue that Health and Ed has been working on for about a year or so, and the recommendation was since the CCR board was reporting through the Health and Ed committee, that a member of that Health and Ed committee be on the CCRC board. And that was our request through Health and Ed. When we asked Nick's department, legal, to get involved in it, there was some issues that came up with how we were even supposed to report, or how the CCR was even supposed to report to the commission. So we're working through that. Long story short is that the CCR board is independent and they're not required to report to anybody except maybe the mayor. And since the mayor chairs that commission, that's maybe the way it should be handled in the future, but Nick is continuing to work on that and working with the legal counsel for CCR, and we'll have a report probably next month as to how that'll look in the future, but it'll look a little bit differently than we've looked in the past. So a commissioner assignment to that will also be explained, and the Health and Ed's committee request for a member of that committee to be on CCRC board is probably a moot point, and it won't be something that will be necessary in the future. But that's kind of where we are, and we'll come back to steering maybe next month, if not next month, in the very near future with how that'll be handled in the future.
You want to add anything, Nick?
That was it.
All right. Any questions? All right, let's move on. On your iPad, you'll see the 2025-2026 Standing Committee recommendations. The only changes we had on there is Commissioner Wilson, welcome to the team, will be on steering. Recall will be on public safety. Recall will be on property management. That is the only changes we had in any of that. So everything else stays the same. So is there any questions? Do I have a motion to approve the committees?
Second. So moved.
Do I have a second? Second. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? All right, let's move on. I need to announce one beer board vacancy. Term expires October 2025. It's a 3-year term. I need to announce one vacancy at the Juvenile Detention Board of Commissioners, 2-year term. The current term ends August of 2025. I'd like to announce a vacancy on the IDB board to fill a seat of recall. This term ends August of 2029. I would like to now confirm the revised 2025 holiday calendar. Let's see. It's on everybody's iPad. Did you have that, or is there any questions on this?
Motion to approve.
A motion to approve. Second? Second. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Let's move on. Next, we need to confirm Ted Batey, Romel McMurry, Robert Peay, Craig Harris, Joanna Medlen to the Ethics Committee confirmed every September. Do I have a motion to approve?
Second.
And a second. Commissioner Cush. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Let's move on. Next, we need to confirm a vacancy on the Codes Enforcement Adjustments and Appeals Board. 3-year term, September of 2025. I believe we have two applicants. We will start with Mr. Jernigan. Is he here? Okay, is Mr. Leahy? Come on up, sir. How are you doing? Good, sir. How are you? Thanks for having. Just face everybody, tell them who you are, and if there's any questions, they'll ask you. And thank you for serving.
Good afternoon. My name is Kurt Leahy. I'm a native of Romel County, native veteran, served. Grew up out there in Hallsville, last Texas. Roughly reside to this day. Recently retired. Enjoying that, I got a little extra time now, so I thought I would put my name in the hat to get on a board, and give back to my community, serve, give back to my part. I'm from a mechanical background.
Try again.
All over,
You got it?
from the beginning.
Yes, yeah.
Start from the beginning. Good afternoon, good evening. My name is Kurt Leahy. I'm a native of Rutherford County and proud Navy veteran. I grew up in Casas, Hallsville, and that's where I reside today. I just recently retired, so I thought I need to, find something to, and I really want to give back to the community, and I want to serve, so I thought if I can get on a board, be beneficial, be a new voice, new face, maybe new ideas. I'm not sure how it all works, but it's all new to me, and I'm just getting started. And, I'm all about being fair and honest and straight up, so, but that's about it.
What's your background?
Excuse me, mechanical background. Anything from mechanical, as in equipment, building maintenance, electrical, plumbing, all of that kind of stuff. So a wide variety of knowledge on that. I do also know some parts about the computer ordering parts, inventory, all that kind of stuff. I'm not exactly sure that this will require that knowledge, but I feel like for what I've seen and done in my past and my lifetime, one of these boards ought to be pretty easy and should be able to make a good, honest decision with anything that would better the community and the people in the community. That's my whole goal. So, but thank you for my time, and if you got a question, I'd be glad to answer.
Is there any questions? Go ahead.
The only thing I'd like to say, you're the first person we've had to stand up there sound the same with or without the microphone on.
Well, thank you. I don't know if that's good or bad, but thank you.
That's good.
All right. Any questions anymore? Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to ask you to come up. You're also up for, you're applying for CCRC. Is that
Yes,
correct?
But I thought, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I won't ask you to come back up because
Okay.
everybody knows
Perfect.
who you are.
Right. All
Thank
right.
you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
All right, gentlemen, we have 2 nominees. I will tell you who they are again. We have Mr. Larry Jernigan and Mr. Leahy. We're voting for one. You ready?
Commissioner McAdoo,
Leahy.
Commissioner Wilson,
Leahy.
Commissioner Beverly,
Leahy.
Commissioner Cush,
Leahy.
Commissioner Reed,
Leahy.
Commissioner Johnson,
Leahy.
Chairman Harris.
Mr. Leahy, congratulations, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, let's move on. Next is our CCRC board. We have 3 applicants. I will start first with Mr. Curtis. I'm sorry, Miss Curtis. Mike, you threw me off. I did see the A on here. I'm going to apologize. I thought it was I so apologize. I'm good for 4 mistakes every session.
Okay. Hello, Chairman Harris, and hello, members of the steering committee. My name is Amy Curtis. I live at 4900 Record Christiana Road, and I have been a resident of this county for 29 plus years. I had made application for this board position at CCRC related to my career as a registered nurse for 33 years, most of that having been in long-term care and elder care. I worked 5 years at CCRC. In fact, my first day there was the first day that we unfortunately had to close to visitors related to the pandemic. So I went through several wonderful years there with a wonderful crew and retired from there 6 months ago. I continue to serve as a volunteer. Out of respect for the voting on the CCRC board with a recommendation for Ms. Miller, I will be withdrawing my name for consideration for this opening, but I would be honored to be considered in the future for other openings and on other boards that serve this county. Thank you very much.
All right, is Ms. Miller here? Ms. Miller?
Good evening. Good evening, Commissioners. My name's Lois Miller. I live at 218 Churchill Farms Drive. That puts me in District 6. I've been at that residence for 27 years. I am applying for the CCRC board. My skills include financial and risk analysis. I started my career as an underwriting director for a large healthcare company. I've also served as insurance director for the county twice, once for 4 years and another time when I was called back to be the interim director. I did work during those time periods with CCRC frequently regarding employee benefits and other insurance issues. I'm very familiar with the facility, and I was lucky enough that when we did the interviews for it with them out there at Community Care, I did walk away with the recommendation, which was very kind. One of the things that makes this particular position really special to me is that a few years ago, my mother got extremely ill, and it was terminal, and I had to leave my job and my family and go back and care for her because at that point in time there was no one else available. And she lived for 6 weeks. And I have to tell you that that was probably the most difficult time period in my life and also the most rewarding. And so I have a lot of empathy, and I give so much credit to the caregivers that do this for a living, and I'm very interested in being a part of that community. Do you have any questions?
Any questions? Thank you, Ms. Miller.
Thank you.
All right. We have, did you want to continue, Mr. Leahy, or?
No, ma'am. I'm sorry. No, sir. I'm sorry.
So you withdraw?
I will listen to what Mr. Commissioner, or Ms. Leahy was talking about earlier, a little bit I know. She's probably better suited in that whole realm of that, so absolutely I'll back out. Let her have it. She seems like a very nice lady to do a good job.
All right, so Ms. Curtis, you're not going forward, correct? And you're not going forward? Well, I don't need to have a vote then. I guess, do I need to have a vote? Let's have a vote. All those in favor of Ms. Miller say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Congratulations, Ms. Miller. All right, next is our lobbyist report. Will couldn't be here, so I'm going to try to fill in as best I can. The real estate transfer fee went before the governor, and the governor is for it. However, it will be funded in increments, so it's not going to be as much as, we're at 37. We want to go up to 50. So it looks like it could be anywhere between 3 to 6. He says he will support it. Had a meeting with the leaders, Rand McNally, our Lieutenant Governor, and Senator Johnson, and they are for it. So, but it has to come down to revenue. So we had $132 million revenue positive in July, and we had $116 million positive in August. So it looks really good for us, but like I said, it all comes down to what the revenues are, and his budget will come up, I believe, in January or February. So we had that momentum going, and Will's worked really hard on this, and this could be millions of dollars for the county to keep us from having to raise taxes. So I'm excited about that, and that's something we're going to do. The second thing is we had some people come in last meeting, I believe it's Senator Campbell, on a waste management issue. We are still not ready to present that to you. We're still looking into it. We still have a lot of work we're trying to figure out on it and see what, it's kind of like a mandate, so we're kind of really looking at this really strong. And I don't have anything to report to you this week, but I will have something next month. So I appreciate it, and that's the report, and if there's any questions. Chairman Phillips?
Mr. Chairman, thank you. That Heidi Campbell that made the report either last month or month before, one or the other, are we getting any feedback from our legislative delegation as to how they feel about this particular introduction of a
Yes, sir.
recycling? Are we getting that information?
Yes, sir, they are not for it.
Very good, thank you.
But I don't want to bring anything, as far as the steering committee until I want to make sure I tell y'all every single thing about it. And I'll be honest with you, Jeff, I've studied it a little bit, but there's a few things I'm very questionable about, so.
I was just wondering if our legislative delegation was having input and how they felt, and not really so much to follow their lead, but actually if we were talking to those guys about what this actually meant.
Yeah, based on my conversations, they're not supportive of it. All right, any questions on it, on this report? All right, let's move on. Next is our HR report. Sonya?
Good evening, everyone. So the report should be on your iPad, and we'll start with the snapshot first. That's the recap of what's happened in the month. And as always, the report is for the month of July, because we do run a month behind, just to kind of give you an idea. So for our ADA, we actually, it was our largest month so far of ADA-related activities. We had 13 activities, and that could be anything from doing the interactive process with our employees to doing court assistance for requesters, people who are hearing impaired or other disabilities for the court experience. So we had 13 of those. Personnel changes, there were 53 different activities this month, with the promotions being 14 of those activities, 7 transfers, and then we had 30 military credit applications this month of July, and so we're seeing an uptick in our military activities, and I know I've talked about that several months, but we're seeing an increase in that. For the audits, we only conducted 2 different audits in the month of July. One was
the ADA building audit, where we're reviewing to make sure that we're in compliance with ADA from a federal standpoint. And then also military time audits, which are conducted by Lindsay. Excuse me, Lindsay in the office. Benefits, there were 53 different activities related to that, with the primary things being TCRS, and then also our short-term disability applications that are coming through. So with TCRS applications, we had 37 individuals either retire or want a review of their retirement pension account. And the other, we had unfortunately 5 employees who lost a family member, and so we did some grief assistance during the month as well. Community involvement, there were 7 different activities, and this is where the employees in the department actually go out into the community. And in the month of July, we assisted with the Taste of Rutherford, which is part of Main Street, and then also the Main Street Board, to try to give back to the community. Events, our primary event that we had was the Soldier's Child gift wrapping. I talked about that before. We had 64 employees participate in that event. Our HRIS system, we had 3,366 different functions that we worked on in the month of July, and some of those were, the primary thing for that was sending out, it's the first time we've ever done this, after the budget was approved, we sent letters to the employees to tell them what their new pay increase would be for the new fiscal year. So that was the large part of that. Leave, we had 193 different activities for leave, with 140 of those being FMLA. So we have 140 employees that are either still are or have been on FMLA, 34 military leaves, and other just personal leaves. Legal services, that's just where we do unemployment hearings, Title VI surveys, any of those type of things. We had 7 different activities. Offboarding, we had 49 activities related to that. Of those 49 activities, 16, 19, 23 of those were exit interviews. Then we had 4 terminations, and then the additional were resignations. Onboarding, we had 449 activities with that. Of that, salary evaluations is the number one thing that takes our time. We probably close to almost a little over or close to the 400 mark was in salary evaluations. We check and double check every one of those. We also had 32 new volunteers with PAWS that we processed during the month. Policy changes, there were 31 different ones, and those are primarily around job descriptions. Either we created new job descriptions based on positions that were approved during the budget process, or we updated job descriptions because we were going to be posting those positions for somebody who had been in it for a while, just to make sure it was complete. Promotional activities, there are 26. This is where businesses across Middle Tennessee offer discounts to our employees. Recruitment, there were 1,541 different activities. We received 581 applications and referred those, sent out 124 declination letters. There were 66 interviews and 116 different social media to try to draw attention to our positions. Reports and surveys, there were 773, with the largest of those being open records requests. We had 184 of those during the month. And there was training for Title VI, 311 employees were trained on Title VI. Special projects, there were 242, with the majority of those being the budget process. Evaluation and testing, there was 117 different activities, and all of those are primarily with pre-employment. Some of those were random drug screens, but mostly pre-employment. Title VI, we offered language services to 327 citizens in Rutherford County, whether it be the court experience, building codes, any number of departments where we provide those services. The number one language used is still Spanish, and the secondary language is Arabic, and the third is Burmese. Training, we had 1,301 individuals trained. 1,059 were trained on sexual harassment, 49 on business ethics, 48 on drug-free workplace, and 49 on Title VI, 47 on Employee Handbook, and then other trainings for employees within the department. That concludes the snapshot portion of my presentation tonight, my report tonight. You want to go to the next section? The next thing will be the job postings. So this is a list of all the departments that requested job postings and how many they requested as of up to June 30th. So for the month of July, from June 30th, July 1 until up to August 1st, it tells you what positions were posted, their end date, and how many applications we received. And we are seeing an increase in the number of applications that we're receiving. I can't remember the exact, one of our positions that we usually don't get a lot of applications this month has already received over 80 applications. So we're seeing an increase in that, and you can tell that even from like the sheriff's office got 65 applications for a detention officer. Their communications, which is their dispatcher, got 76 applications. So you can see through this that the increase in applications are coming in. And I think that's in large part to your efforts in reassessing, compensation. The next item on there is the active job postings, and those are the ones that are active as of right now. And again, we're seeing an uptick. You can see the deputy clerk position in the circuit court clerk's office has received 65 applications. The sheriff's office has received 41 for their current detention officer. Their communications division has another 78. We received 47 for a judicial commissioner position. So we are seeing an uptick in applications. That concludes my report. Are there any questions I can answer?
Any questions? Thank you, Sonya.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, let's forget that. Thank you.
I got a motion, I got a second? Second. All right, all those in favor say aye. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next is a resolution regarding opioid abatement agreement settlements. Gentlemen, this is, give me a second. This is a resolution authorizing Rutherford County to join the state of Tennessee and other local governments amending the Tennessee State Subdivision Opioid Abatement Agreement and approving the related settlement agreements. Okay, what this is we, as y'all know, I'm chairman of the Opioid Abatement Board, and we get those funds in through lawsuits that we have settled. This resolution is asking us to agree to new settlements, which would be 8 different companies have settled, and those proceeds will come to us. And all we're saying is we want to include them in on what we're doing now. It'll be the same thing we've been going through for the last 4 years. So all we're doing is telling the state of Tennessee that we want to join in this, and this resolution approves that.
So this is a new opportunity that has presented itself, similar to the ones we've already taken advantage of in the past.
Yes, it's 8, we settled with 8 different manufacturers. So I do not know the proceed numbers on any of those that'll come, but this simply just says we're wanting to do it just like we're doing it now. We're just joining in with these 8 companies. So is there any questions on that? All right, I need a motion to approve it.
Motion to approve.
Second? Second. All those, all I got to do is money. You're going to have to do a roll call.
Commissioner Kush,
Yes.
Commissioner Beverly,
Yes.
Commissioner McAdoo,
Yes.
Commissioner Wilson,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Reed,
Yes.
Chairman Harris.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, next is our litigation report. You have your list on your iPad. Do you have any questions? All right. Is there any other business? All right, out of here.